Welcome back everyone to another product review here at the Vault Pro Scooters. Today we'll be covering the Native Scooters Nathan Fleming signature deck. Let's dive into it. Starting off, this deck comes in at 23 inches long by 6 inches wide. At the front of the deck sits an 83-degree head tube angle. 83 degrees is bumping your head tube up, but in return it's going to give you more space to lock in those blunt slides, those grinds involving this front end, and it's going to give you more leverage for nose manuals. The design on this head tube is pretty unique. On both sides of the head tube, there's indents, which is getting rid of all that excess metal, which is making the head tube that much lighter, but still keeping its strength. As you can see, the head tube also goes into the deck. The head tube is welded from the blunt plate all the way into that cutout. Very nice and flush, making it really nice and sleek. And on the front of the head tube sits the Native emblem to top it off. Going towards the back, you can see the 2-bolt foot fender that comes with the deck. This foot fender is mounted from the top of the deck with 2 bolts. On older Native decks, the Omni fender was not removable. Thanks to Native Scooters for now making this Omni fender now removable. At the back end, this deck can fit up to 125mm by 30mm wide wheels. I'd also like to note that this deck is 12 standard compatible. Native Scooters does also throw in an extra set of spacers to accommodate the 30mm wheel size and your regular 24mm wheel size. Another cool feature about this deck are the dropouts. These dropouts are aluminum inserts that essentially keep the back end of the deck from caving in, which is going to make your deck last a lot longer. They also have a round finish to them, so when you're doing 5/0s or any sort of grind, it's going to feel really nice and smooth and consistent. Flipping the deck over, we see the graphic that Nathan chose. Really nice, consisting of a flamingo just vibing in the wind, the skyline behind him with his name here at the bottom, Nathan Flamingo Fleming, shouting out Fam Hungry right above him too. As you can see, he also had his dropouts match his graphic to top it off. With all that being said, let's see where this deck stands on the scale. Alright, this deck comes in at 4 pounds, 10 ounces flat. Once again, this was the Native Scooters Nathan Fleming signature deck. If you want to find out more info about this deck, follow the link below in the description. And last but not least, stay tuned for our next video.